Hi guys, and welcome to another video from Stupid is the Norm, the channel where we demonstrate how to become a millionaire in 10 years whilst earning only minimum wage. And in this video I want to explain about NPCs. NPCs is a video game term, and if I'm honest, I don't know a lot about video games because I was blessed with two girls for children. And so whilst I know nothing about Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty, I know an awful lot about Barbie dolls and Polly Pockets. But that's a story for another day. But if you play video games, you're probably familiar with the concept there. There are multiplayer games where you can join in with other people. How you select an avatar and that avatar represents you within the game and you interact with other players around the world. But there are other characters within the video game called NPCs, and these are non-player characters. They aren't represented as somebody else's avatar and they are part of the program of the machine. And which means you have limited interaction with them. So let's say you're playing, I don't know, some Grand Theft Auto, let's say. You're playing Grand Theft Auto and you go into a gun shop and you ask the guy behind the counter some questions. He will respond in a limited manner because it's not an avatar, it's not another player playing his part. It's a part of the machine and it runs on a program. And you can ask, how much are the guns? And he'll answer accordingly, but you couldn't engage him in a conversation about philosophy because he doesn't have that depth of knowledge. The program only programmed in so many small ways that you can interact with him. It's called a non-player character. Many people go through their lives as if they're an NPC in their real lives, as much as this can be real if you believe simulation theory. It's almost like the Matrix, where they're in a program that's running behind them and they're an NPC themselves. They don't have a lot of free will and you can ask them questions and they'll respond in a certain way with a limited amount of interaction with somebody who's not an NPC. They behave as if they have limited options available to them. They go to work for 8 hours, they sleep, they rest, they play, they rinse and repeat every day like an NPC. And you can almost spot these people when you have a conversation with them. So when I say something like, have you considered investing for your retirement? They'll come back with something, well, I could get run down by a bus tomorrow. Well, you could, yes. I mean, it's unlikely, but I suppose it could happen. But the reality is you're going to have to live till your 80s or 90s, so you better be prepared. Or if I say, have you considered working an extra 20 hours a week in order to put some aside and invest for your wealth building future? Well, then they'll say something like, well, I think it's immoral nowadays. We should have to work more than 36 hours a week in order to get by. Well, I suppose that's true, yeah. It's questionable morals, but, if that's your belief system, and then you're never going to be wealthy because nobody works or becomes wealthy by working 36 hours a week. But again, it's as if they're NPCs. They're just regurgitating something they've heard somebody else say. Now, imagine all your friends were behaving like NPCs and shared these belief systems. I can promise you, if you hang around with them enough, you too will adopt these belief systems. It's that herd concept again. So if these are your friends, if your friends are espousing these belief systems, then you need to find better friends. You need to find friends who are operating outside the program. Or maybe you don't want to operate outside the program. I mean, maybe you like life as an NPC. It's got some benefits. I mean, it's normal, it's average, it'll get you through life, it's not spectacular. You'll be inside the herd, it'll be comfortable. But it's not much of a life. All people who are NPCs do is they live one day, the same day, 90 times and call it a life. But it's not really a life. It's not really living. I believe you should challenge the program. I believe you should work outside the program. I believe you should design your own avatar, be who you want to be, and don't be an NPC. Don't be stupid and don't be normal, guys.